Welcome back to Colors Are Crutch. My name is Max Sternberg, aka Wounded Satellite, and I'm joined, as always, by a magnificent human being, Max P. the Talion Man. But today we are not alone once again. We have a guest. Every single deck in CEDH, almost all of them, they play this awesome card called Command Tower. And we have the awesome person who lives on the top of that tower with us here today. We got Zain Nair join the podcast. How you doing, Zain?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me on.
Zain, what is up, man? Glad to have you on, dude. I think of you as you're kind of the at this point the godfather of the CEDH community. Really appreciate all the work that you guys have done over the last couple of years. I mean, it's really paid off, and we've grown like gangbusters. I mean, it's amazing, like just to see how big things have gotten now compared to where they were like just a year ago. It's kind of insane. Right. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. Mostly, just talk about the last year, how things went. Talk about what went well, what were some of the challenges that you guys overcame in terms of running events. We're going to talk about 2024 and all the exciting stuff coming down the pipe. And man, I'm hyped, dude. I am hyped to talk about this. I'm hyped to go to these events. So I mean, I guess with that, let's just jump like right into it. We're going to talk about. Yeah, so I guess the first thing is like, if you sum up 2023 for us. I mean, how do you feel about it, and like, do you have any numbers to sort of summarize where we are, because it's pretty astounding, I think.
Yeah, 2023 definitely the year of, like, I would say 2022 was like the breakout year for CEDH, and then like 2023 was like the year for like growing CEDH. So like January, we had released Command Tower to people. It hasn't even been a year since it's been out. And there have been, from what I can tell, like 600 tournaments run since January to now on Command Tower that have had like 16 or more people. And then,
that's awesome.
Yeah. And then we have on the site for Topdeck or Eminence, we have over 10,000 users who are registered with a Eminence account. So that's people who are registering for events. Not all of them are Commander, sure, but pretty much all of them are. And we get like 40,000 people visiting the site a month to just like participate in tournaments and whatnot. So yeah, I didn't even know awesome there would be this many numbers. When I first started this stuff, I was like, oh, there's probably like 5,000 people who play CEDH like World. So it's already double that, and it grows by like 100 people a day, so almost.
I mean, CEDH is growing every day. I talk to so many people in the various Discords who are like, oh, just got into CEDH. Oh, just got into CEDH. It's every day. It's a constant stream of new people who are finding the format and absolutely loving it. And I mean, I jumped into the format only midway through this year. I've only existed for 7 months now in the CEDH community, and I've even seen it grow like crazy in that time frame from people, talking about these Mockstazers events as being the biggest things, and then these 150-person events being the biggest things. And now we had 205 in Atlanta just a few weeks ago. Like, it is wild at the rate that the community is growing, and it's a wonderful thing to see. It's going so well, and it's happening in this very healthy developmental way.
Yeah. So go ahead, Zain. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that like EDH is the most popular format in Magic, so it just makes sense that CEDH would grow like proportionally to it. There's always those people who are like, well, I want to take my gameplay to the next level. I want to like use these cool cards. I want to like. They see these tournaments happening. They're like, oh, I want to try my hand at that. It's easy to get into. It's all proxy friendly for the most part. So, yeah.
Was Silicon Dynasty the first event running Command Tower?
No, actually. So history, a little bit of history lesson for Command Tower right here. So the first Command Tower event was. Okay, there was like a alpha version of Command Tower. That's what we used at Punt City. And that was like run on, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know how nothing went wrong at Punt City. Like, that was on like duct tape, literally, metaphorically, like software wise. I was just like, damn, I can't believe this shit's like working right now. Nothing broke, so that was cool. But like the first real Command Tower event where I was like, okay, I'm comfortable with like other people using this software, or they can like mess around with it, was Mox Masters October, actually. October of 2022. So the first Mox Masters event. Got everything ready for that, and it worked pretty much perfectly. I don't remember anything terrible happening. And then I wanted to make sure that it was ready for the public, so I did. I tested it out on Mox Masters December as well, and I had Mikey kind of run through it and just went hands off just to see if he would break it or get confused or anything. It was fine. So in January we were just like, okay, here's Command Tower. It's available for everyone.
Yeah, amazing.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah, because I had,
and it's, I mean, it works great.
I had gone to basically, I think, 2 tournaments before Silicon Dynasty, and one of them was just like a LGS tournament, and the other one was Oktoberfest. And going to Silicon Dynasty, the event ran in a way that I didn't think that an event of that size with a 4-person format could even go. So it was really like, it was kind of eye-opening, and I think it was then that I realized that this thing was going to grow like crazy, and we're going to see bigger and bigger events.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, my first events were Mox Masters May, Chaos Trojan Series 3, all events that were run on the software. I didn't play in a single event that didn't use the software until I moved back to the United States, and I had my first in-person event at SCG Columbus, where I don't know what they used. I think it was Melee or something, and the entire time I was like, this sucks. Like, I can't see my standings, I can't see anything. They had to post a fucking piece of paper on the wall. Like, it was trash.
And to be honest, I mean, kudos to the event organizers. I mean, they all worked their asses off to make everything come together and run. But going to Silicon Dynasty, it was like, oh, all of a sudden it's easy. Like, nobody was sweating. Things just ran. Like, you didn't have to worry about like correcting all these different issues that always inevitably go on. There just was none of that. You just went to each round, you played your game, your seating was straightforward. Like, it just smooth, boom, 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 boom. And as a result, the tournament ran faster. Like, things we were able to get through a huge tournament in a relatively short amount of time. And that was still 90-minute rounds at that point. So,
yep.
That made things possible, because I remember all the discussions before that was like, how the hell are we going to run 160 person events in 2 days? Like, it just didn't seem possible. And then, the software made it happen. So,
it turns out when you cut like 20 minutes between rounds of just logistical issues, things go faster. So.
Yeah.
No, but really, I mean, even in the earlier Mox Masters and Chaos events, there were all these like little breaks in between rounds where it was like, why is the next one not started? And the last few tournaments that I've paid attention to, when I was casting at Path to the Peak and then playing in Mox Masters yesterday, and it was just like, cool, last game ended, next round, immediately on every single one, and they were fast. It was crazy to see how fast the tournaments went these last couple times. Which also, we should probably mention, Command Tower, is it technically owned under the umbrella of Eminence Gaming, or how does that work?
Yes, it's an Eminence Gaming it's an Eminence Gaming product.
Okay. Well, by the way, as we mentioned on every other podcast, we're sponsored by Eminence Gaming. Insert ad here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and like I said, Zain and Mikey, they're kind of the godfathers of CDH at this point. Like, they do things like sponsor us, make these little podcasts run and make them possible. You run all the big events. You guys have worked hard with like local game stores to make their events run. I mean, just really a lot of work you guys have put in, and you even pay your judges. So it's just really exciting to see the growth continue. So good job.
I remember.
No, I mean it's absolutely evident when some people care about the community, and you guys obviously really, really care about the community. And that as someone who still is new to the community, in my eyes, like I do appreciate seeing that the community has these pillars of people who've been around a while, care about its growth, care about its development, are putting in work to make it better. Like, if you didn't care about CDH, you would have never even developed the software to make these tournaments possible. All of that just intertwines in the same vision, and it's been awesome to see that vision continue to develop and grow.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for the kind words. It's honestly crazy to me when Max is like, yeah, I like never played a tournament without Command Tower except for like this one SCG event, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I don't know if Max, if you remember like the old days and all that stuff, and I was just like, it's just cool to hear that all these new people coming in, they're having a great time, they're having a great experience. I remember like when we first released the software, like for the first 5 months, I didn't have a weekend because I would just leave myself on call every weekend to help people troubleshoot any issues they were having to run these events and all that stuff. But nowadays, like, weekend hits, I'm like waking up at like 11 a.m. Like, no one's having any issues. It's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Going through, I guess, 2023, though, considering it in its totality, how many, not including the Mox Masters events, the online ones, how many of the big in-person events did you guys actually do between stuff like Festival Nights, Top Deck Expo, all of these types of large in-person events?
So let me think. 2023, we started with Silicon Dynasty 1, Punt City 2, Cash Cards Unlimited 2, Cookout, Surfside Showdown, Festival.
Win, right?
Yeah, that's the one I won. Festival of Nights, Silicon Dynasty 2, Top Deck Expo. Did I miss something here? I have all the mats in front of me, actually. I can just look up. I guess
You got 8 there.
yeah, Mox Masters Invitational, I guess. Then I think I got all the events that I have here. Yeah.
But those 8 were actual Eminence events where Eminence was the TO, essentially,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. In the totality of those events, like, what was the total amount of money you guys ended up giving away and prizing throughout all of it?
Let me think. So Silicon Dynasty 1 was 5K. Punt City 2 was 4 or 5K. I'm gonna let you guys add this up.
Yeah, I got you.
Cookout was
We're
4K.
at 10.
Cash Cards Unlimited was like weird because it was like cards. So I'm just
It was a twister,
Yeah, it was like
yeah.
just do like there was like a twister, workshop, foil wheel, and invention mana crypt. I think that adds up to like
call it 10.
Sure,
Call it
10.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surfside was 3, and Festival was 5, and Top Deck Expo was 8.
Okay, so right about $40,000 in prizes.
Damn, when you put it like that
Crazy.
sounds crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of money
Nah.
towards a format that isn't even officially done by Wizards.
Yeah,
right.
No, I mean it's cool. Like which I mean that's a huge thing to point out. Actually, you guys are going to be doing your first official Wizards event on the software, correct?
Kind of, yeah. So they're using the software at MagicCon Chicago, and I think they're using it for all their multiplayer stuff and some of their
Yeah,
cube
makes
stuff
sense.
too, I believe. So it's not like really, it's not really us doing it. They're just using the software, but that's good enough for me. Like,
Well, that's the beginning. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
the tip because and once they experience it and they see how much better it runs than the other stuff they're running, I think you'll see more and more of it. So
yeah, it's
just a
huge that
stepping
they're
stone.
trying it because normally they would be like, no, we just want to use like Event Link or Melee or whatever. So
bullshit.
yeah, they're like, so they're giving us a try, and I think that's where big things start. So pretty
Yeah,
excited about
yeah.
that.
Speaking of big things, so there's the other thing that you guys have going on that's new going into 2024 is the Top Deck series, championship series. So you want to just take a minute and talk about what that is and how it works and everything?
Yeah, so Top Deck Championship Series. This is something that I wanted to start this year, but obviously I wasn't sure if CEDH was going to be where it's at right now. So this is the first like big. I don't want to say first big circuit. It's the first circuit, in-person circuit for CEDH. So like obviously off the back of Mox Masters, which was a great online circuit that funneled into an invitational. This is a circuit for CEDH that basically anyone can get involved in. Like you play CEDH events at locals, you travel for events towards like whatever stores, you come to the big Eminence events, you can play in the circuit, you can earn points, and it's going to funnel into a large invitational next year. So this is a 10-month circuit, started this November, it goes till next August. There's a leaderboard, you earn points, it rewards grinders, but it's also not like, oh, well, this guy can travel to every event and I can't, or he has more events in his area and I don't, and I can't compete with him. It doesn't do that either. I capped all the event like sizes and stuff like that, so like there's like a cap to the amount of points you can actually even earn. So just really trying to open it up for everyone. Anyone can compete. People can fight for leaderboard points. And I just want to kind of move off this year we released EDH Top 16 so we can like learn more about what's happening in the meta and stuff. But now this is like the next step where now I want to make things about the players. Like who's number 1? Who's top 10? Like what are they doing? How are they doing it? What events are they winning? Like how many points do they have? Blah, blah, blah. Like really just get into that like person or people focused content for CEDH, because I think that matters in this format, especially where, there's like 4 people at a table. There's a lot of social aspect going on, just people hanging out and all that stuff. I think it's important to have that type of thing.
And the community has characters now.
Exactly.
Like, the community has like people that people can look to, whether it's you or Waffle or Comedian or like any of these guys. There's a lot of people that they like see themselves in as a player. It's been interesting. Even some of my coaching sessions lately, people have been like, I've watched your stream games and watched your game audio, and like I think you play the way that I want to play, and I want to learn from you and that kind of stuff. It's been a really interesting development, and I am sad to see I didn't check the leaderboard in a little bit. I've been passed.
Yeah, you're number 5 now.
Just so slightly. Now I'm number 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm all the way down to 17. So
people got to fight for that leaderboard, get into that invitational where I'm going to be like, okay, well, whoever wins this event is the best player this year.
Right,
Which
right.
I think we can like say that, and it's not like you had to come to only the big events are funneling, and it's like your locals, your stores, your organizers nearby, all of that is getting you points into this thing. Anyone can participate. It kind of opens up the format for like stores too. They're like, oh, cool, I can like buy into this. I can get my events part of the thing. My players are excited. People are coming and like they're trying to earn points and all that stuff. And kind of just
Which it does reward
I was gonna say,
playing into a certain number of them. Like you do have to play in a certain number to at least make it there, but it doesn't reward like this person did 20 of these events and I only did 5.
Well, there's also
your top 3 positions of that category.
Yeah.
So it's not like.
And there's also a lot of discussion about variance in the format, and are people winning because they're lucky? Can people just show up and spike an event out of nowhere? And this kind of answers a lot of those questions, right? Because you see, in order to climb that leaderboard and make it to the end of the Invitational, you can't just spike a tournament. You have to put up consistent results. You have to show up, and you have to put up every single time, or not every single time, but a lot, enough to show that you're not just an anomaly. You're actually a competitor, and that's what I think. I love it.
Get so mad.
You get so
I
mad.
get so mad when people say that this format is all variance and luck. It just like it puts this sour taste on all the hard work I've done to like consistently do what I've done this year. It's bullshit. Like get out of here with the variance.
I agree.
It's the same 25 people. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you go to every major tournament. Like you go and you look at the top.
You
16
can guess who's going to top.
Yeah,
Zain won Surfside and then went to Festival of Nights and almost won Festival of Nights. That was Zain, complete fucking luck, absolutely no skill involved.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah. Yeah. So I love the series. I think it's great. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, with like the advent of the leaderboard, I want it to be like I want like more eyes on players and stuff. Obviously, so like now I don't know about this year, but maybe as the format grows more and more, now we'll get like sponsors and stuff, or like players. Like you see Memo getting sponsored by Ultimate Guard. I thought that was a huge deal. But like, just stuff like that. And then maybe your stores might be like, hey, we'll sponsor you for the Invitational. You're doing good, or like stuff like that. And you'll get emergence of like regions and like, oh, this store is really good. They have like Rip and Chip has like Jorman and Malcolm and stuff coming out of their store. They're sponsored and blah blah blah. I just want to get like these narratives going. And like infinite content versus like the 10th video of like, is Timna and Crom the best deck? Like, I don't care. Like we already solved that in top 16.
Well, it opens the door for us to do like greater content too. I mean, look at what Mons just did recently on CEDH TV, where he was able to go and analyze like who are the best players in CEDH right now based on at least 10 tournaments. That kind of analysis and that kind of meta reporting becomes possible because of the way this is structured now. So it's pretty exciting. Is it going to be a yearly thing? Are we going to keep doing this every year?
Oh yeah, we're going to keep doing this every year.
Hell yeah.
I was asking for on the profiles, like would people want to see like how you performed in 2023, 2024, etc., or would you want to see like how I performed in Topdeck season 2023 and Topdeck season 2024 and stuff like that? Most people said they just wanted the year, but
I definitely think it's good to see year after year. I would also really like to see player profiles on EDH Top 16 because, you have people like me where literally every tournament so far that's on there, I've played Kinnan. And so it's very easy to find all my results. But you look at a player like Comedian or Step and Razor or Jorman or Just Dice, all these guys that swap between decks. And it would be really cool to just like click on their name and see all of their performances on different strategies. I think it would be very, very interesting.
Spoiler alert, that is coming soon.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah, we got like a big profile update coming because like once again I'm trying to make this about the players, and the profile update, which I'm just waiting on a few things, is basically just gonna have like your most played commander, how many points you earn, how many top 4s, top 16s, wins, your conversion percentage into top cut, like all that stuff is gonna be on there. I don't know if I'm gonna do this. This one's a controversial one. I don't think I'm gonna do this one where it would be like your nemesis in CEDH. We're like, who do you lose to the most?
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like that.
I don't think I'm gonna do
I want
that.
you to do that. No, please do it, dude. I've had multiple people tell me when I'm playing them in tournaments that they get so mad because they haven't beaten me yet, and so they have like 0-3 records against me in tournaments, and they're pissed about it. I was like,
Yeah, I like it.
I want to
I
be
like it.
people's nemesis. Bro.
So
wanna be the
we'll put it
nemesis.
out there. What do you people listening? What do you think? Should Zain do that or not? Like, come on. What do you think? What do you think?
I mean, it's quite funny because literally, like this last weekend, I played against Clutch Crit, and he started the game saying, "You're my nemesis," because he hadn't beaten me yet.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. All right, so that kind of segues nicely into what's coming. In 2024, like what events have been announced, and what else is coming.
So I think for 2024, so we're kind of shifted now that we're doing this series. We kind of want to put like more power into like other stores and organizers' hands. So we're doing our platinum. Like now we have delineation. If you're listening for the first time and you're hearing about the series for the first time, there's like a delineation between events. There's platinum events, gold events, emerald, silver, and bronze events for the series. Platinum events are eminence events, and we just cap how many that happen in the year. Don't quote me on that in case we increase the cap. And then gold events, which are held by like bigger stores, like basically regionals. You can assume that's kind of what they are. And then silver and bronze are your local events, and then emerald are the online events. So,
and I do think it's probably important to. Oh, it doesn't say what it said before. Where it used to say, okay, here it is. So yes, for bronze events, which are your smaller LGS ones, it's your best 5 results will count towards your points. For silver, it is just your best result. For emerald, it is just your best result. For gold, it is your best 3 results. And for platinum, it is your best 3 results.
yep.
So like we said before, it does encourage you to play in at least a few of each of the events, but it's not going to heavily outweigh and reward someone who plays in all of them versus someone who can just make a few of each out of the year.
Exactly.
Yeah. How many platinum events are there going to be each year?
So this coming 20. So we already just did the Topdeck Expo, which was the first one. So expect 4 platinum events in a season. So we got the Boil coming up. That's the second one. Then we'll have Punt City 3, which will be the third one, and then the fourth one is unannounced. I think it's gonna be in Columbus, but don't quote me on that.
You're gonna make me go back to Ohio right after I just left,
Yeah.
bro.
So yeah, big population there.
And is that are any of the SCG cons or anything going to count towards gold?
They're just kind of doing their own thing. So I mean, I would love
Okay.
for them to be a gold partner, but haven't heard anything about that. The gold partners are on the website, so you can kind of see which stores are gold partners, and you can just attend those events and try to get those gold points. So they're kind of spread out across the country, so they should be accessible for most people. I think the West Coast ones are a little lacking, but I mean, when are they not?
And totally cut this out or correct me if I'm wrong here, but if you live in, I don't know, random spot in Missouri and your store is not partnered, if you were to get partnered in April, they are able to put in their past events
Yes.
and those will count for their categories.
Yes. Stores can
Okay.
partner whenever they want, as long as the events were between the 1st of November of 2023 all the way to the end of August. You'll be able to get points. So like I've had some stores who are like, hey, I just learned about this. Can I join and put this event I did last week on here? And it's like, yeah, you can actually. So no issues there.
Yeah. So if you won your 32-person event at your local LGS, maybe ask them about joining so you can get those points.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Get
good,
on
good
the
call.
leaderboard.
Yeah, go talk to those guys and make them sign up.
We have
and
like
frankly,
50 stores partnered already. It's like December right now. So
What's the pot at right now? Because I know when you first said it was 10,000 and going to increase as you get more partners, and it had like a live counter. What are we at currently?
so each store that joins, 20% of the fee that they pay. So each store that joins, you have to pay like a small fee to join the series for the whole season. It's not like per event. It's just one time you pay $100 or $500 if you're gold, and you're in for the whole season. You can run as many events or as little events as you want. 20% of that goes to the prize pool.
it's $11,700 right now.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Sweet. And I mean, that's just it's been around. It's existed for a little over a month, so probably going to get a little bigger.
I'm trying to hope. I'm hoping that it gets to like 15. I think that would be. I think that's like all the stores are in it. They're like we're at 15K. It's a huge event. It's gonna be a great time. So.
I mean, I'm poking my LGS every Monday at this point, trying to get them to sign up. So, yeah, it's only.
It's been a great advertising point. The last few local tournaments I went to when I was in Columbus, they were advertising them as things that contributed towards the Topdeck series.
Well, that kind of happened over here as well. Like, there's 3 stores that are part of the series, and one's not part of it. And the one that's not part of it, people have not been showing up to their event.
Well, it meshes the CDH community because you end up, you could be anywhere and you're part of this, the overall thing. Right. It didn't used to be like that. Like, you go play in your LGS and nobody knows what you did there. Nobody cares what you did there. It's just, except the people you played with there. This brings it all together into the same thing, so it all matters. It just adds a little weight to every single CDH game all across the country, which is.
And you always you can even have the test case of like Mox Masters versus Chaos throughout all of 2023. Where, I mean, I love Chaos. I've always loved the Chaos series, and I always will love the Chaos series. But when you're looking at participation, Mox Masters has always had the allure of it's connected to playing Power, but it also works towards this invitation.
Right.
And so there is this end goal from going through the Mox Masters series versus Chaos, where every single tournament is just its own thing, and it doesn't actually count towards shit. Now, obviously, the online events like that will count towards the Emerald's position within the Topdeck series, only one of them, but like, looking at 2023, Mox Masters was sold out every single time. They ended up having to increase the cap of players, and Chaos, in all of the times I've ever played it, they've always been a 128 cap, and I think the highest I saw was like 106 this entire year, maybe 110, one of them, and they haven't hit that cap yet. And I bet a lot of that is, if you're going to choose one Saturday, are you going to choose the Saturday that works towards maybe winning 10K at the end of the year, or are you going to choose the one that's just individualized?
Right. And like a lot of people get a lot of different things out of like the leaderboard, which is like, for some people, they're like, yeah, I want to get into the invitational. I just want to show up to the invitational. Some are like, I want to be number 1. Like, put me on the top 10 list. I'm top 10 players. Some people are like, oh man, I'm just happy to be on this leaderboard. I'm just happy to like see myself on here. I'm just here to track my points. Like, oh nice, I went from like 30 to 70. This is great. Like, there's those people too, and I love those people. I think those are like the heart of the format.
I am hungry, and I'm coming for the number 1 spot. I will not be satisfied until I am the dominant king.
I'll see you at the boil.
I'll fucking be there.
I think you just made up Zane's mind. He was trying to decide whether to cast or play. I think he just decided to play. Is that what just happened?
I want to play. I want to play against Zain. I've played exactly 2 games against Zain, and they went my favor. Fucking practice for sure.
It was kind of trolling. Yeah, you did. Max was playing good, and I was playing bad. That's all I gotta say.
I flipped into a Manglehorn on his final fortune turn, and he went, fuck.
The Manglehorn, man. I still have nightmares about that card.
But like, like I get emails about the leaderboard all the time of like, and it's just like sometimes people are just like, it's kind of weird. Sometimes people email the Eminence email just to like talk about their day, but they'll just be there to like talk about the leaderboard, and they're like, hey man, this is awesome. Thanks for doing this. This is great. I'm here. Now I'm here. And I'm like, cool. That's awesome. I had like people, I had a local here that was, and it's just a local that we fill up with like 20 people or so every 2 months. I had people driving down from Portland, or not from Portland, somewhere near Portland in Oregon to play in my local so they could earn points. And I was like, this has never happened before.
I don't think people realize that's what's going to happen. It's like, I know personally, I'm like looking around at the different local events and trying to find one like somewhat nearby because I want to earn some more points. And like that leads directly to business for these LGSs that otherwise they wouldn't have. So, I mean, it goes beyond just, what we're doing and like really, beefs up the business for these LGSs too. So, like I'm gonna find some local events to play in. I got to get some silver, I got to get some bronze, and I got to get all the colors, get some points wherever I can.
Well, not all the colors, because colors are crushed.
Name drop.
Jesus Christ!
Yo,
you give the man a new microphone, and he just can't help himself.
Oh well, let me shout that out real quick. Yo, you guys think you have a good co-host? Dude, I got the best co-host. Check out this fucking hand-me-down sick as shit microphone I got because my amazing co-host upgraded, and he sent me this beautiful thing. So after all the complaints about my audio,
Yeah.
Pretty
It's a little
good.
bit better.
Pretty good, yeah.
That was pretty
keep,
good.
Keep it closer to your face too. Actually, from where it is now, like bring it a little closer. Okay. So yeah. So I think that's all the platinum events coming. Punch City 2 is going to be probably near Philly again, I assume. And then
same spot.
And then you heard it here first. Columbus guaranteed. Okay, not guaranteed, but
Wait, hold
maybe.
on.
Yeah,
Probably.
maybe Columbus.
Potentially.
I think I heard good things today. Like literally today, I heard good things about Columbus.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Well, you
Punch
can
City
expect
3 is April 6th. If you're not, it's not on the website yet because I haven't done anything, but it should be April 6th.
good to know. I will
ready.
be there. I will be there. Max, you gonna be
Yeah,
there?
you trim your beard a little bit. Your beard was thicker last time I saw you, wasn't it?
Oh, my
Talking
beard
to me?
or Zane's beard?
No, Zane's. Yeah, Zane's. I thought Zane's beard was thicker last time.
Yeah, I just
You've
trimmed
been
it.
trimming it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Try to keep it clean. Yeah, it's like when I'm like degenning out, it gets big. But I try to keep it like this. This is the preferred length.
when you're just cleaning up after Finn's bullshit,
Yeah.
it gets a little long.
Yeah, you got it.
I feel like
going into.
As I say, I feel like we need to actively recruit some non-bearded, guests on the show because I think everyone has a beard of some sort in every single episode.
Okay, Ian's doesn't count as a beard.
It's kind of a
You
beard.
call that a beard, bro? Come on, dude. I'll say that to his face. That's not a beard. What do you mean?
Okay, fine.
Memo had a beard. Waffle had a beard. Did Hire have a beard? I don't think Hire had a beard.
I don't think so.
No, he did not. You're right.
I don't think Hire.
All right,
Hire didn't have a
fine.
beard.
Fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. We're good then. We're good.
Dude, beards
All right.
are associated with win rate. That's all I gotta say. Like you look at all the bearded players, and they have high win
It's
rate.
actually just if you're from Massachusetts.
Oh.
Massachusetts has the highest conversion rate of CDH riders. You get me, comedian, and Eric all
Damn.
assholes. It's the other thing. Okay, going into 2024 though, I am curious. So, we just surpassed the new limit. Topdeck Expo is the largest CDH event of all time for in-person events. How big do you see it getting in 2024 and beyond? What are you trying to get to numbers-wise? Where do you think it could realistically get to numbers-wise?
I think like off the bat, all right. I hope Mikey and Mike don't hate me because I think this is true. I think off the bat, all the platinum, all the Eminence events now are 8Ks. So the Boyle is an 8K. I think Punt City 3 will be an 8K, and I think the Columbus event will be an 8K. So we've increased the prize pool. This year we did 8 events. They were all 4Ks. Next year, 2024, everything's an 8K.
200
and then
players. Then.
Size-wise, 200 players is our current cap, but it really just comes down to venue size. Like the Punt City 3 venue is kind of small, so it's hard to really surpass that number. There's also issues with like rounds and number of rounds, and then when they kick you out of the venue. So like on Sundays they're like, get out of here at like 5, and you're like, well, can we finish 8 rounds and top 16, top 4 by 5? And it's a hard question to answer. That being said, we've written out the docs on like how to run up to like a 512 person event. I don't know if we're doing 512 in 2024, but I would like to try a 256 person event in 2024. Maybe the Invitational. While the Invitational is running, there will obviously be another CEDH event running alongside of it. Maybe we can get that to like 300 or something. I'm going to try to do that. It's just up to the people to come out and show up and attend these things.
Well, so multiplying by 4, how you have the final 4 is from the top 16. Do you envision when you get to these like 300 plus 512 person events, will it be a cut to top 64 type situation?
Yes, there's actually a chart for that, and I'm going to pull it up because I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head. It's actually, if you go to topdeck.gg and you press learn more, it's in these help docs.
Okay, because one of the things I was curious about, which I know even Accepted posted today regarding Path to the Peak, depending on numbers, is maybe doing, he said, a top 10, which I envision would be the first and second seed essentially getting a bye to the finals, and then 8 other people passing it out. Do you envision that these are going to get so big that, there were 8 rounds of Swiss, and the people who came in top 16 out of that, they all get a bye, and then the other people are fighting for the next spots or something?
So personally for me, I actually don't like top 10, top 40 cuts, so I hope we never do them, but like I've left the option open for other people to do them. According to this chart that I'm looking at here on my second monitor, so up to 256 players, you can run 7 rounds and top 16 cut. You can do that up to 256. Once you get to 257 and above, you need to run 8 rounds, top 64 cut for 256 all the way to 512. If I'm 513 to 1024, if like that ever happens, 9 rounds, top 64 cut. And same thing for above that, 10 rounds, top 64 cut. So yeah, top 64 cut is a thing, but it's not a thing until after 256 players.
We're getting close. I mean, 205 is not far. So I guess actually that's another question. We ended up at 205 for Topdeck. So you said the cap is 200. How did it get to 205? Are you willing to go any higher if more people want to come? How does that function?
Yes. So the reason, so we set a cap at 200 because we weren't sure what the venue supported. Once we got to the venue that weekend, we were like, oh, we have like, we can go a little more. So we had told people previously, like, hey, if you show up to this event and you weren't able to get a ticket, maybe someone dropped, you can sign up in their place or whatever. It's like, don't get discouraged, just show up if you're close by. So some people showed up and we were like, actually, we can accommodate you. So here, you're in. Right now, and then it like also becomes like a logistical problem with judges. Like the more players you have, the more judges you need. So I was hesitant to go above, I believe, 220 because then I think it necessitates another judge on the floor, which we didn't have. So as long as we're prepared for it beforehand, it's easy to do. That's the thing. I think for the boil right now it's at 200, but like if it sells out, I mean, I'll increase the cap to 228 or something like that, I believe. So
what is it currently at right now? A month and a half away.
Month and a half. I believe we have almost 70 people registered. And I think, I mean, I wasn't expecting to get to 200 for the boil. It's like a back-to-back January kind of weird month, but like I think it'll be like 100 and above 100 or something. So no issues there.
I mean, I think me and Max will both be there for sure.
Oh,
So,
I just
locked
booked my
in.
ticket tonight, so
Yeah, I've got my
I need to
ticket.
book my plane ticket. Yeah.
I've got my ticket. I've got spousal approval. You know, I sweet talked my wife into it. So, you know, all skids have been greased and we are good.
yeah,
good to go.
you gotta be like,
I
I
really
need those
wish you could have
leaderboard
seen-
points.
You really could have seen how much easier Max's life became with his wife about Magic once he got sponsored and could say he's now getting paid to play.
Yeah, huge difference. Like, honey,
Huge difference.
I have to go. I have to play in these events. That, like, I'm sponsored
It's
now.
a
getting
responsibility.
sponsored, yeah.
You know?
My wife's like, "What are you doing?" Like, for full transparency, I don't make money from Eminence Gaming. I've made $0 from Eminence Gaming. So my wife's like, "What are you doing? Like, why do you spend so much time on this stuff? Like, you're not even getting anything for it." Like, ask multiple times to be like, "So when are you getting paid for this?"
Because you love us. You love us, Zain.
But also, I think
That's
once
why.
Wizards starts using it, the money might start coming a little bit.
We'll see.
Yeah,
right now,
hopefully.
like the reason
know.
like these future events are 8Ks is because I take all the command tower money and I just put it into the event.
Yeah, well, it works. It's growing
Which we
things.
appreciate.
It's working. It's working.
Yeah.
So
I mean, having a big prize pool makes people really want to go and have that chance.
Yeah, show up. Prizes are big. Like I
But,
believe.
especially because you think about it, like you do a full 12-hour day playing Mox Masters of Chaos, and you top 4, you make like $200.
Yeah,
You
it's
win
like
the whole
whatever.
thing, you get 400 or 500. It's like a day's work for some people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's really almost like a lot of people say, like, money wise, it's not worth it. You're not in it for the money almost ever.
Right.
But when you get to these larger events where it's like, oh, I actually can make $2,500 for the weekend or something, it's a little more palatable.
Yeah, you get like winning an event is so good. You get the money, you get the clout, you can talk trash online, like you get the leaderboard position. It's so good, man.
It's so good.
Oh, it's just fun. It's just fun as hell.
so good.
And you prove yourself. I mean, you go to an event where you have the fiercest, truly the fiercest competitors in this game, period, bar none. And you get to go, you bring your deck that you've customized and worked on and toiled over, and you get to put your brain and your deck against the best. And when you do well, you know that you've done something. And there's no other way to get that feeling. It just isn't.
I thought Topdeck Expo was crazy because there were so many good players in the room. Like the elo of that room was so high, and I was just sitting there casting the whole time, and I was like, not everyone's gonna make top 16 right now. Like this is tough for.
I mean, it's fucking wild. If you look at 17 through 30, it's all named, known guys.
Yeah.
You know who all of them are. Like,
Oh, I mean, I saw Malcolm, leave, not quite making it. I'm like, holy crap, because that guy is just insane. He's insane. He's one of the best players on the planet, and he didn't make the top cut. And that's and he played his ass off. And it's fierce. It really is, which is great. That's what I'm all about.
IDs.
Yeah, well,
fuck intentional draws, dude.
Yeah,
I've worked my part in nerfing them a little bit, but.
I felt it on fucking Saturday, my guy. I got pared down for no goddamn reason. I was like, I'm gonna ID and just hang with people, and then I was like the top 11, and I got paired against 2 10s and a 7. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Hey, all I gotta say is that one night Max pulled me into Discord, and he was like, hey, so this is how I think you should nerf IDs, and I may have applied some of those things.
that is, which for the record, the conversation I had, my opinion is I am against IDs, and so what I don't like is if you expect the software to work in a certain way, which is what happened on Saturday, where I was expecting to just ID in because that's what it looked like. Then when you don't get that opportunity, it feels bad. But when it functions in a way where you do have to play every game, I'm for that. I'm a very big believer that I think the perfect Swiss round should involve at least 2 players in every pod that have to play.
Yeah.
And therefore, every single round you have to play. There's no more intentional draws. And that will just lead to people playing more games, not just IDing in, actually finding out who's good, who's doing well that day, who's consistent. I'm so sick. Like it's even frustrating for me at this point. I've done 2-0, 3-0 draw-in so many times, and I would like to play Magic.
It's tough for these 5-round online 100 and plus events because 5 rounds is not enough for that amount of players, but it's what you have to do for online, unfortunately. But you see at these in-person large events, or you run 7 rounds, and it's like, damn, dude, no 16-pointers made it. 17 points is the bubble. You need 4 wins to comfortably be in the top 16. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. And I think that, like you said, Topdeck Expo, that worked perfectly. I mean, just getting that 16 points, which was good enough for Punch City 2 and earlier in the year, not good enough, not even close, right? You needed more.
And that's what people were saying the whole time. People were saying 16 was a cut the whole time, and I was like, there's 200 people, and 16 was the point for 160. I was telling people the whole time, I was like, it's going to be 17.
Well, I was at 16 on the end of day 1, and I was nervous. I was nervous because I'm like I don't know how these pairings are going to go tomorrow. People need to play, and everyone's like, oh, you got it. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know that I got it. If I don't get
now, I'm not for IDs, but what Ori did in round 5 is a classy motherfucker. Ori is a classy guy. You gotta give him that.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that he ended up with the win after I heard about that. Round 5, he had the win. Literally had the win on the stack and was like, would you guys just like to draw and go get food instead?
What a savage!
This was round 7. This wasn't even round 5. This
round 7, the last. Yeah. Oh, sorry, the last round.
Round 7.
Not round 5. Round 7.
Yeah.
Win on the stack, and he was just like, "Would you guys just rather go get food and draw?"
Yeah. Yeah.
It's wild. Absolutely wild.
I would never do that. I would be bury
play.
These fools. I don't want to see any one of you in top 16. Let's get rid of this competition in the top cut here.
Yeah. All right, so I think that pretty much covers just getting bigger and bigger. So the goal, we're going to get over 250 in 2024. Yeah, I put my number at 300. I want to see us get to 300 in 2024.
Me too. This is going to be awesome. We need 300. I want to do a 300-person event, huge prizes, just everything. I think it's possible. I mean, software supports it. Logistically, we have mapped it out. Pricing is doable. I think the player base is finally there. We got 10,000 people registered on the site. I mean, this stuff's growing, and it's awesome to see. This is my dream. I was playing tournaments in 2022, and there would be 1 event a year at best.
Yeah.
And you were just like, holy moly. And I was just like, damn, I want to play. I want to beat people and be good. And I'm tired of trawling these discords and brag posting about something I did a year ago. This is lame as hell. So
yeah.
But talking about growing the community and how happy you are to grow the community, which we've mentioned a few times, what are some of your goals for continuing to grow the community? And how do you think that we on the podcast can help that? How do you think our listeners who are can comment and share about these things can help with that process as well?
I think growing the community, this series is one of my efforts is to just get this around all these LGSs. You're an LGS, you want to think about trying CEDH, give it a shot. It's really easy to get into, $5 a month to run the event. You just saw Missouri MTG and run an event, and they were like, yeah, I'm going to do another one. This was awesome. So one, get even more events out there. I know we had a lot of events this year, like just locally and everywhere. I want to do like double that next year. I want more people entering the format, whether it be through proxy friendliness or the prizes or the leaderboard or whatever their incentive might be, stuff like that. And then not just tournaments, I'm actually working on a few other things as well. So I'm working on getting like leagues implemented into the software. So now, like, I know like some people run their Discord leagues and all that. Make it so that anyone can run a league, whether in your store, your Discord, your friend group, whatever. Get points like that for like towards like a league and get people playing like that. Also, I'm gonna make a thing that will let like anyone run their own circuit. So like, let's say you're a Chaos Tournaments or a Mox Masters and you want to run a circuit, like right now, like I'm running Topdeck Championship Series as a circuit, but like anyone can be like, hey, I'm running a store circuit. You play in my tournaments, you get points for our end of the year event for whatever, things like that. Just making these tools available to everyone as well. Yeah, that's all I got to say right now. Get more people on the site, like find more events, make it easier to find events, improve the software so more people want to use it. Like, cause like I know a lot of people are like, damn, this software is awesome, it's good, whatever. I think it was just better than like the dog shit before it, and like it's not actually like in the modern age yet. So I just want to make it like really, really, really good. So everyone's just like down to use it.
Yeah, I think.
Then
people
obviously,
don't realize, I think people don't realize is like you don't have to wait for a big event. You don't have to be kind of intimidated by the software. I mean, even if you're just got like 16 guys at an LGS, you can use this software and run an event with it just super easy, and it makes that possible. And like you shouldn't be intimidated by it. Like pick it up and go for it. It's literally $5. I mean, it's nothing.
And if you're an LGS that is thinking about starting CEDH events and you see a bunch of really expensive foils in your case, you're like, oh, who the fuck's gonna buy these? It's the CEDH community. They're the ones that are gonna buy this fancy foils.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
but like, I just want to improve all the tooling, like EDH Top 16, make that better, make more profiles better, so people want to track their games and work towards that. Like, just do anything possible so that people are playing CEDH, they're liking CEDH, they're talking about CEDH with their friends. It's like on the forefront of their mind. Like, I'm an addict. I'm thinking about CEDH every day. But like, I want other people to like get addicted too. So that's what I'm working towards right now.
Dude, I like randomly hopped into the format end of April and I never left.
Yeah, there you go.
It's fun as fuck, dude.
Like, and everyone has their own motivation, and I just want to cater to whatever motivations people have to join the format.
Yeah, I'm driving to New Orleans this weekend with my family, and my wife and kids, and I'm trying to figure out if I can sneak a webcam in my bag and see if there's a way I can like at the house find some time,
Dude, I was driving to Colorado and I randomly left Spicer like a 2-minute voice message. I was like, I think you need to try Angel's Grace and Elevere. Like, I was just thinking about shit.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like this. It's what I love about you, Zain. Honestly, is like this is an act of love for you. Like you can see like how much you genuinely enjoy this and care about, just more people, embracing the format and enjoying it the way you are, the way we are, and that's I'm on the same page. That's how I feel too. I want to see more and more people play this. That's what I'm all about. And we love you, Zain. Thank you. Appreciate all the work you did.
I can always do the trash talk portion instead, where I'm like, I need more people to play this format so I can keep validating that I'm like good. Like,
dude, I need to actually. This was too funny, dude. I was talking to my buddy the other day, and I think I told him that like I played a game with you, and he was like, "Oh, I love Zain. Like, he's so humble." And I was like, "Excuse me." Like, Zain walked into the Invitational and said that he'd spoken to God, and you could pre-record his winning interview. Like, what the fuck you mean humble? I was like.
Yeah.
I think CEDH needs those characters, so I'm willing to play that.
I agree. I'm all for it, dude. I talk so much shit. I'm down with it, but just don't fucking tell me Zain's humble.
That's so funny. That's how I imagine Zain though. Every morning, it's like before a tournament, like gets up. Oh, I guess I'll go win today. No, and shows up.
It's the mentality you need to win. You got to be like, I need to win this shit. Like some people are like, they're like, I just need top 16. I just need top 4. Like I need to get a win in or whatever. No, like I need to go. I need to show. If I'm showing up, I need to win. Like I need. I will do anything possible.
I'll say my first tournament back in November of last year when I top 16. It was like almost a surprise. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm actually pretty good at this game. But ever since then, it's like I want to fucking win the whole damn thing. Like I want to win every tournament. Like that top 16 is no longer good enough.
And you see that flip switch for people, because some people come to every event and they're like, if I can get top 16, I'm happy. But now I've been starting to see more and more people be like, yo, I need to win. Like I need to win right now, which is nice to see.
I've been losing my fucking mind, dude. I'm trying to get this first.
I mean, dude.
Saturday was my 10th top 16 in the last 7 months of large events, and I'm just like, this means that it's unsatisfying. I don't care. I made top 16. I'm like, okay, I expected this for myself. I would like to win the whole thing now.
Bro, you literally held me as I cried. When I lost the top 16
you
at Top
did
Deck.
cry.
I literally cried. Yeah, I mean that's how bad
it was. Very sweet. I don't know if anyone was there for this. I stood on a chair. Max is very tall. I'm not the tallest person. I stood on a chair so I could hold his head and let him cry into my chest.
It was rough.
Wholesome stuff.
It was very sad. Very sad.
Then I gave him a piggyback ride.
Yeah. We got all that. We'll put boom, picture on the screen right there. See it? There it is.
Picture of the piggyback ride.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So enough about CDH. We love CDH. We've established that. But Eminence is doing more than CDH, right? I mean, what else?
Yeah.
What else are you guys doing, and what do you have planned?
So we're trying to break into we like Magic, we like other cards. I don't know if I should admit this on this video, but I've been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh right now. So
oh
no.
we're trying to get into other card games and other formats. So Buffalo Chicken Dip Legacy recently used Command Tower, and they're like, I'm not going back to what I was using before. I'm going to be using Command Tower in the future. Just bringing in Legacy, Vintage. The pre-modern community has been asking for support. Old school community has been asking for support. The Wizards obviously doesn't give it to them. Want to help these guys out. More and more of them are turning to the software. So just break into those types of things. Maybe you'll see Eminence Legacy event in the future. Who knows? And then just trying to break into some of these other card games like One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, etc. Lorcana is another one.
Considering the software, though, if you're a software that's already designed to do 4-player pods, is it fairly simple to then essentially dumb that down to 2-player matchups versus going in the opposite direction?
Yeah, we already did that. So there's a 1v1. You subside Command Tower, you get the 4 players, you get the 1-player component. Some board game developers have reached out and they're like, hey, I have a 5-player game and I want to run events. Can you help us out? So I'm even trying to help those guys out and be like, yeah, this is a platform for you too. And I just want topdeck.gg, which is the website to find events. I want that to be I play TCGs, I play board games or any of this tabletop stuff. I'm going to go to this site, I'm going to see what's there, sign up for it, keep it streamlined for everyone. A lot of people are very happy. A lot of 60 card players are like, damn, dude, the Eminence website, the Topdeck website is just super good. I just show up, I pay, I sign up right there, I submit my deck right there, I get the pairings right there. This is awesome. Everyone kind of wants that, and I'm just trying to give that to everyone at this point.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of conversations about a lot of these board games that have 4, 5, 6, 7 players, and they want to run tournaments, and it's just literally not possible until now. There's just no way for them to do pairings and figure all that out. So there's a lot of games where there would be a competitive environment, and there hasn't been, and now there's the opportunity for it. So I'm it'll be really interesting to see other communities are going to get cultivated under this as well, and beyond just TCGs, like you said.
I played a lot of CEDH right now, but pre-pandemic, I wish I could move my camera and show you guys Max has seen my board game shelf, my big ass board game shelf. I played a lot of board games, so I definitely want to get into those communities and help them out as well.
I mean, you still have a Modern Masters box in your closet, though.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of things in my closet. Yeah,
that's sealed Modern Masters
sealed.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He was like, "Oh yeah, and keep meaning to draft this." I was
shit, bring that to Atlanta, dude. We'll do it.
I actually have a pretty crazy sealed collection for spans. I have almost. Well, this isn't true anymore, but I have Dominaria up till I don't even remember, Core 21. I have all the crazy master sets and everything. Got 4 mystery booster. blah blah blah. I was a big drafter a bit before, but it's kind of died off since COVID. It kind of sucks.
Yeah.
A tiny bit of CDH lore. I ended up going to Silicon Dynasty 2 extremely last minute. Like bought my flight the day before the tournament, kind of last minute, and I slept on Zane's floor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. I would like to see the West Coast meta pick up again too at some point, like because my first like Eminence experience was Silicon Dynasty, the first one, and that opened doors for me in many ways. Met a lot of people, and and it's kind of sad that the tournaments out there have been smaller as of late, but I mean hopefully that can come around. So
NorCal players are very good. I'm very happy
Extremely
with what
good.
we've been cultivated over here. But it's a matter
Numbers.
of events. So
I mean, every time I see the pictures in one of the top 16s of your locals, though, it's just like you, Ori, and Alex.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, unfortunately,
We got the
you
sauce.
also gave birth to Tev Rog, which is
there's some. Yeah, there's like
a blight
lot
on the
happening
planet.
over here.
The fucking Troggers, dude.
But other than that, you guys are okay.
I guess actually, maybe Zain, have you joined the Colors of Crush Discord yet?
No, I actually try to keep my Discord presence small, so I try not to join too many servers.
Okay, I won't be insulted. You would get the honored guest role, which I was gonna say would make my life easier because I don't know what I'd give you otherwise.
Oh,
I
man.
guess just probably Swiss Army knife,
Solid.
Mardu summer guy.
the Mardu grandma,
Yeah.
Dude, grandma. Yeah, dude.
Lauren's Mardu grandma.
Yeah, Lauren really took that. A lot of the Martin kids really took that deck forward, and I was like, well, back to Roxai.
Yeah.
I mean, Lauren was telling us when we were casting Path of the Peak, he was like he had a date the other day, which was hilarious because I guess the girl asked him what his biggest red flag was, and he was like, if you don't think that me showing up to MTG events in a hot dog costume is a red flag, then I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, for real.
But then they stop by his place, and there's like his poster playmat of Dihada on the wall, and he was just like, you will never give me as much as this person has given me. This tentacle grandma has done more for me than you ever will. Like,
Lauren, we love you. We love you, Lauren.
no, we love Lauren.
Lauren's awesome.
Yeah. So I guess we're kind of close to the end here. So anything else you want to add, or any wishes for the new year, or resolutions for yourself, or do you wanna...
Resolutions? I don't know. Resolutions are just like grow Topdeck.gg, grow Command Tower, that type of thing.
Oh,
I got like non-magic, unrelated resolutions, like I need to like get my car to like 700 horsepower and shit like that. But that's like I'm not gonna bring that onto the podcast here. But
no wrist goals,
Is that
no
the
watch
Lotus?
goals, no.
watch goals, no. I feel like I have everything I want. So
Okay.
Hey, are you trying to pump up the Lotus to 700?
the Lotus.
Isn't your car Lotus?
No, it's a Supra. I'm gonna try to get a bigger turbo and kind of push it to 700. But then I need to get a built transmission and all that. It's an expensive endeavor. So keep subscribing to Command Towers. No.
We need just 50
some
more
point,
stores.
yeah.
You get to-
You ever bring it out east? We can you can race against my Subaru Outback.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I think I can
Yo,
take
my 2016 Nissan Rogue SV is gonna fly.
All right. Well, Zain, thanks so much for joining us, man. Really appreciate it. All the work that you've done, really paying off. We love you. Love Mikey too. I know he couldn't make it this time, but big fan of Mikey as well. So
I was gonna say, to anyone watching this, it doesn't just have to be just me and Mikey working on stuff. If you like CEDH, you want to see some stuff in this format, you can also work on stuff, and we'll definitely always support that type of thing. All the tools that I've built for Eminence is just stuff that I wanted. EH Top 16, that shit I wanted. Command Tower, I wanted that. This is stuff that I personally needed in the scene so I could keep playing and building decks or whatever I needed to do. So if you think something's lacking, you should build it.
amen. Yep.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
They will.
All right, should I get us out here?
Yeah, take us out, man. Take us out.
All right. Thank you so much for listening to the Colors of a Crutch podcast, sponsored by Eminence Gaming. My name is Max Sternberg, aka Wounded Satellite. I offer CEDH coaching on the side. You can find me on Discord as Wounded Satellite or Twitter as Wounded Satellite. I'm joined, of course, by my amazing, fantastic, incredible co-host, Max P, the Talia Man. And we were joined also by one of the godfathers of CEDH, the guy who cares about us more than I think most people really know, Zain. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, guys.